ASU-TV postgame show. We're here at War Memorial. Tough, hard-fought battle. Carson, tell me what you thought about the game tonight.
You know, I thought A-State came out. We played great. We didn't get the W, but we played hard. Arkansas didn't beat us how I thought they would beat us, if they did beat us, which they did. But I thought they'd beat us just being bigger on the line, bigger team, more depth. But honestly, it was just the big plays that A-State gave up that the Arkansas offense could make. And Taylon Green, he wasn't passing great, but his run game was, we just could not stop it. So
I definitely think for Arkansas, Taylon Green was a disappointment from what he normally is, especially from last week. But like you said, passing was not there, but he kept finding every single pocket, and he would just keep running. He'd gain every first down, but then
and more.
Jalen Raynor, he also tried to play the same game as Taylon Green, and I don't feel like he succeeded as well. But I mean, what was like for the game? Because I mean, Raynor wasn't using his receivers.
Yeah, honestly, the DBs for Arkansas were playing pretty great on the defensive side of the ball. So I don't think you could see Corey Rucker had trouble getting to his post routes on the corner. He just was having trouble all night. You know, he was looking for interference calls, which he wasn't getting them. But it was just those DBs are bigger than what he's used to seeing, and you know, receivers couldn't get open. Running back was having a little trouble get going. Really, one touchdown came on a kick return, and that was early in the game, and then
Chauncey Cobb.
Yeah, I mean, offense just had a lot of struggles. I thought Jalen Raynor did pretty good getting out of the pocket, escaping a little bit, but again, it's SEC talent that he's going against. The front seven on Arkansas did great, making pressure like we talked about, and just making him uncomfortable. He just looked uncomfortable today.
You could definitely tell the size difference between our O-line and their D-line. I mean, and that's not our fault. That's just the difference between a power school, SEC power school, and
Power 5,
It just is. But I think that we put up a good fight. You know, it could have been a lot worse. I was afraid that it was going to be worse than this. So, I mean, I'm proud of our Red Wolves team. Like, they put up a good fight. Then, talking about Chauncey Cobb.
Yes.
He was one that I think tried so hard to keep us in the game.
He did. He was pushing it the entire game.
9-yard touchdown was awesome to see up in the press box. I don't know how did it feel seeing it.
It went down here. Crowd was crazy. I mean, not only A-State fans, but Arkansas fans were crazy too. I mean, everyone was just loud tonight. It was a good game overall. And I talked to a fan after the game, and he was wearing Arkansas gear, but you know, he was like, "Hey, good game. It was a good game for A-State."
It was. What do you think this game means for the state now that we've played it?
I think this game should show everyone that these two should be playing more often. I mean, I don't know if you could see the bowl that we're in, but it was full of red. I mean, different color red, white, black, everywhere. I mean,
we were over capacity tonight too.
Yeah, it was loud. It was the atmosphere was crazy. I mean, and the wave that they did
that was awesome.
Waved like 8 times. I thought it was the scene of all the fans coming together and just enjoying a game of football at 4 p.m. on a Saturday. It was great to see.
Good for the state.
It was great for the state. I mean, they had a Arkansas state flag out in the middle field during a performance. I mean, I feel like both sides were pretty respectful towards each other. It was a great game. I think it should happen more in the future if the ADs and everyone can make it happen.
Another crazy play that we saw tonight. Second quarter, O-line, Ambrose going out in the back and just scoring the touchdown. What did you think about that?
Me and Abigail were down on that sideline where it happened. Abigail said, "What just happened?" And I said, "I really don't know, but we scored." So I think it was somewhat of a trick play there. We were at the 2-yard line, I think. There was a penalty before that, I'm pretty sure. And we needed to score. They pulled out a trick play. And again, I think that comes down to pulling out an offensive line, scoring touchdown. You have to do that sometimes.
Hogs did not see that coming either.
No.
That was a great play on the Red Wolves' part.
If we were bigger, I'm sure you would just push in. You know, you're at the 2-yard line, just push in. But we're not like that. We have to be adaptable and change up the game.
That was obvious when we'd be 5 yards down and we would try to put, and Jalen Raynor could not get it.
That's another thing. The red zone. We got into the red zone about, I don't know the exact time, but it felt like almost every drive that we had a pretty decent drive. We just couldn't finish. I think that just comes down to the size of Arkansas. They were bigger than us. They could push us around on the line. We couldn't get anything really going. And then DBs were covering the wide receivers, so it just got smushed right here. It was bad stuff in the red zone, but
I definitely think so too. Like, we played like how Butch Jones wanted us to play. Like, he's the type that's like brick by brick, just keep fighting every time. And I definitely feel like watching those drives, it was always, we go first down, second down, sometimes pick up the next, first down. And then a lot of the times we would have to do punt. So like, I feel like for what we did, like we made Arkansas State proud. We made Arkansas proud. Just wish the outcome would have been a little better.
Yeah, and penalties obviously have to be cleaned up a little bit. Penalties hurt us a lot, set us back. You cannot hurt yourself in these type of games. And Butch Jones talked about that in his pregame, or not pregame, but just before leading up to this week. He was going on about we can't beat ourselves, and that's kind of what we did on those penalties. They just hurt us too bad in a game like this. Momentum just shifts completely towards Arkansas in an obvious home-like atmosphere.
I did think it was kind of nice to be at War Memorial for this. It was a neutral site. You could tell both teams were a little frazzled.
Yeah,
like neither one really had too much of a home advantage. Now I know there was more Arkansas Woo gigs, in the crowd, but you could
felt
tell
neutral.
Both teams were rattled at times.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
I think this was a really cool wave. First time playing neutral site. Little Rock meeting halfway.
It's perfect. It's cinema. I mean, it's beautiful.
I mean, it's historic.
It's historic, and we just watched history. So
we did.
Anyone that can complain about this game, why? You're watching history. Yeah, this is the first one to ever happen. So just enjoy it. We watched history.
Maybe we'll see another one. I'm not really sure though.
I hope so, man. It was a beautiful game.
Thanks, Carson. We'll be ending tonight. See you later. Wolves up.